Access Port Charles fashion cops will be preempted once again tonight, as yet another host has resigned.
These Hollywood types need to get their act together. Oh, speaking of Hollywood types. No. No. Dylan did not give me permission to read his script. I will not invade his privacy. However, I didn't exactly go snooping to find it. It's just flying around. Untitled Dylan Quartermain Project. Fade in. Int Coffee House. What the hell is an Int Coffee House?
Well, that would be interior, Tracy.
Really? Why can't they just call something what it is? Does it really save time to write int?
It's an arcane language. Only insiders speak.
Insiders like you.
Well, I've been studying. I'm just trying to find common ground with our son.
Really?
I see you snuck a peek at his script.
Yes, well, it's good to know I'm not the only one invading his privacy.
Well, I'd like to think of it as being an involved parent.
I agree. I just want to know what he's up to, and who knows when this film is going to go into production.
Well, actually, it already has. Right here in Port Charles.
Where do you want the sound equipment, Toots?
I'm sorry?
Just put all the equipment below deck, away from the place of business that was so graciously loaned to us.
Through there to the left.
Whatever.
Nice, charming. Okay, please tell me that he is not on your crew.
Definitely not. I have a no jackass policy. No, those guys are just from the rental company. They will be gone once all the equipment is dropped off.
I had no idea how much stuff went into making a movie. It's been arriving all afternoon. I also told him to just put it below since... Yeah, Yeah, you were in here to sort it out. You running a little behind?
Yeah, some things came up that I had to deal with.
Like what?
Valerie's pregnant.
He said handcuff you this time. What are you doing?
Oh, I had a break and I didn't want to look lazy surfing the net at my desk.
You know, they call it a coffee break for a reason. Want me to get you one?
No, thanks. If I drink that, I'll be up all night.
I didn't know caffeine hit you like that. What are you looking at?
Real estate listings.
Oh, yeah, you moving?
Actually, I already moved out.
You did? When?
Yeah, when Nicholas moved Hayden Barnes in, I decided to move out. So I need to find a new place. Can't keep crushing at Carly's forever.
Hey, I've got news.
So do I.
All right, well, me first, okay? I got some advice about Morgan, and it came from the least likely source imaginable. I ran into Madeline Reeves, of all people, at the hotel. And, well, she gave me some insight about what could be wrong with Morgan.
Dylan's movie is about to start shooting and he didn't tell his mother? Doesn't he think I'll be supportive?
Not a lot of filmmakers in the Quartermain dynasty.
So what? Quartermains always follow their passion. Alan insisted on being a doctor. Jason insisted on being a hitman. And both my boys went into the arts, and I couldn't be prouder.
Well, you should tell Dylan that then. He should be home soon enough. I believe he's setting up on the Haunted Star. Plans to shoot most of the movie there.
Where'd he get the money? Oh, no. I hope he didn't think all was lost anyway and sell his stock. To Nicholas, we need every share if we're going to pry our company back from that crook.
No. There's no need to fret. Dylan didn't sell any of his voting stock.
Good. Where'd he get the money?
From me.
What?
I can barely process it myself. Valerie is pregnant.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I guess it's not that hard to believe, right? We had our third date last night. I figured it was high time I put a baby in her.
Are you joking? You were joking! Oh, you're such a jerk!
You should have seen your face. Priceless. Did you not? Did you not do
You caught me
math
off guard.
in your head? Yeah, okay. Well, I thought my need to settle down and become a daddy was your main focus these days.
Message received. Oh, I was putting a lot of pressure on you to start a family the other day, wasn't I?
You did seem deeply invested in the idea of marrying me off. You want to tell me what that was about?
You know, I'm pretty sure you can stay at Carly's as long as you want. There's enough room at that place, and Carly and Josh will be moving to Sonny's house after the wedding.
Yeah, I know. She's been really welcoming. I don't think she'd mind. Aunt Bobby certainly wouldn't. That woman loves being surrounded by her family, doesn't she?
You feeling a little smothered?
No. I think I'm just used to being alone.
Well, she's pretty intense, but there's no one you'd rather have in your corner.
Yeah, they're all wonderful. Which is the amazing part, since I grew up thinking that my mom and I were alone in the world. But I want to make it on my own.
Yeah, you should give yourself a break, though. You're just getting settled. Right?
Yeah, I just don't want to be in the position where I'm leeching off them. I overstep my boundaries with the Spencer family quite enough.
Apparently, Nina was exhibiting irrational behavior in her teens, and Madeline didn't want to admit that she had a problem. And we all know how well that turned out. I don't know. Madeline just made me realize that we're not doing Morgan any favors by blaming his behavior on someone else. I mean, our son has a problem, and he needs help, and that has nothing to do with Denise.
There is no Denise.
I'm sorry, what?
Denise DiMuccio doesn't exist. Abe is alive.
What we thought when she showed up at Julian's, we weren't wrong. My mom's alive, and Denise isn't my mom.
I know, but think about what you're saying right now.
I thought she was gone, and then my dad was killed, and I felt so alone. But look, I'm not. My mom is alive. My mom is alive, and she was standing right in front of me. And then the bailiff dragged her away, and I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. So yeah, I have to go to the station. I have to see her right now.
Whoa. Not a good idea.
Please escort me away from that woman, please.
Sure.
What's the matter, Nina? Can't stand to look in the face of the woman who brought you to justice? You're a lying witch. You're going to pay for this.
I'm sure I'll pay for something.
But you won't have a hand in it. You're going down, Nina. The court knows that you murdered Silas Clay. And all because your boy Franco betrayed me.
Your Honor, this is merely a play on my client's part to protect Nina Lansing. This can't be taken seriously.
The timing of this confession is suspicious, Mr. Baldwin. What do you say, Mr. District Attorney?
I'm willing to hear this out.
Okay. Silas and I got into a big fight, so I stabbed him, and then he died. That's pretty much it. Case closed.
You need to stop lying. We have photographic evidence linking Nina Lansing to the crime. Obviously, you've been protecting her from the get-go, but this has to stop. You can't protect her anymore.
You killed Silas. You killed him. He knew that you were hiding out with this ridiculous alias, lying to everyone in plain sight, and then he was going to expose you, and you killed him to shut him up. You did it, you lunatic, and nothing can save you. You know what? You're the one.
Not back up.
You gave Dylan $500,000 to make his movie?
Well, as I understand it, it's a very conservative budget, but Dylan believes that's all he'll need. It saves money if you don't have stars or car chases or CGI robots.
Still, I wasn't aware that you had that kind of money, least of all, liquid.
I've had some success in business.
I bet you have. What's her name?
Oh, fair enough. I see why you went there.
You were always smart.
I started my own business a few years back, and I worked hard, and every dollar I earned, I made the old-fashioned way.
How novel. I'm impressed. You must have done very well to hand over that kind of cash.
Well, I had to spend some of it with the upcoming divorce. Lord knows Jenny will spend whatever she gets on donating to Saving the Planet.
Saving the planet doesn't come cheap.
Tell me about it. So if I'm going to put my money towards somebody's dream, why not let it be my son's?
Hold on.
Len, I don't have an ulterior motive. You're one of my oldest friends. I want you to be happy.
Well, not everyone needs a spouse or a child to be happy. I'm finally making my movie. I'm great.
You're right. You're right. I don't know when I turned into June Cleaver. I'm so sorry. I will back off.
You definitely were not always the proponent of traditional values before.
You know, I found out that some of those traditions aren't half bad. Don't talk yourself out of a family just because it's so mainstream.
Are you sure this is about me? Or does it have to do with Valerie?
Look, we both know things can get pretty complicated when one too many lines are crossed with people who are just trying to help.
Look, Valerie.
Sorry. I don't mean to keep bringing it up.
I hope you don't think this is easy for me, because it's not. We slept together, and we both know that was wrong. But we also have to forgive ourselves and move on. And we agreed that it wasn't going to happen again. Right? And now things are getting back on track. I mean, me and Lulu were stronger than ever, and you and Dylan, I mean, things are good with you too, right?
Sure. I just...
Oh, shut up, you nuts. Nobody wants to hear your voice. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about me. You're a murderer.
Enough. Stop. Right. I got it, Silas. Thanks.
That's what he says.
What the hell's going on here?
Anita's under arrest for the murder of Silas Clay.
And Denise?
Isn't Denise. Save Jerome.
Ava survived the fall from the bridge. Silas Clay rescued her.
While he was treating her injuries, he found out that Ava had cancer.
Clay treated Ava in secret. He didn't want anybody to find out because just in case she didn't make it. So then Silas kidnaps Avery.
Oh, why?
To use her bone marrow to save Ava.
And the bone marrow transplant altered Ava's DNA, which is why the tests seemed to prove that she was just a relative.
Ava used my little girl to save her own life.
Avery is a tiny baby. She's totally helpless. Ava used her bone marrow?
You would think a little concern for Avery would stop Ava, but hell no. She's laughing her ass off, running around free, right under people's noses. I'll tell you what, now that I can, she's alive, I'm gonna make her pay for what she did to Connie.
Why wouldn't it be a good idea for me to go see my mom? I thought that she was dead, and part of me thinks that I hallucinated that whole thing in there.
I get it, okay? More than you think.
Okay, then what's going on with you?
What do you mean? Ava lied to us. She made us think she was dead for a year. Does that not piss you off? Pisses me off.
Nina's involvement is no longer a secret, so you have to stop covering for her. Your Honor, I move that we take it to the next step. We drop charges.
No. There will be no dropping of any charges. I am a completely, utterly, and totally guilty man.
If that were the case, then why are you just now confessing?
Well, isn't it obvious?
Would you go back over there and be quiet?
It's one thing to try and beat the charges. It's another thing entirely to allow somebody that you care about to take the fall.
Say I believe you. How do you explain the photo of Miss Lansing with Dr. Clay's body?
Man?
Help yourself. Paul, while I think that bankrolling Dylan is a very worthy cause, it's still $500,000 is a very extravagant gesture.
Well, aren't I due some extravagances when it comes to my son? As you keep pointing out, it's not like I was exactly there for most of his life.
To be honest, I didn't make it easy on you. I grabbed Dylan and took him from place to place, from Port Charles to the city to Europe.
Well, I could have tried harder to connect with Dylan without even realizing it. Neglected him in order to build a family with Jenny. I have the opportunity to spend some lost time with Dylan. bankrolling his movie lets him know that I want to be there as his father, and for him to lean on me, well, it's a worthwhile investment. And that goes for you, too.
You're going to give me $500,000?
I'm here if you need someone to lean on.
Why are you even asking about Valerie?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because of the visible tension between the two of you over Dante.
We aren't tense.
You're not?
Okay. We're both trying not to be tense.
So maybe you're thinking that if Valerie and I get serious, you won't have to worry about her coming after your man.
I'm not worried about her. Dante only kissed Valerie because I lied to him. And we have put all of that messiness behind us, and I want to get to know my cousin, his family.
So you're okay with us just dating, even if there's no proposal in the immediate future?
As long as you're both happy. Absolutely.
So we're cool then?
100%.
Okay. Well then let's talk about the movie instead.
See, now that sounds like a plan.
What's going on?
Valerie, meet Ava Jerome, cold-blooded killer of an innocent, unarmed woman, my cousin Connie.
The only cold-blooded killer in here is that lunatic standing right over there.
You're the murderer. You are.
Man, I was going to clock out, but maybe I should stick around for this.
No, don't worry about it, man. I got it. I just have to get Nina processed. It's nothing anyone can do anyways until we get to the bottom of this.
You knew all along that Denise DiMuccio was a fake, that it was Ava the whole time.
That was my instinct, but proof wasn't on my side, and I wouldn't have been able to find it. Now with the DNA test, it says that, Denise wasn't Ava.
Okay, I don't understand. How is it that two different DNA tests with different results are both valid?
Something about the transplant changing Ava's blood. The blood test when she came here just said she was a close relative.
So what did the new test say?
There wasn't a blood test. Ava's hair, skin, saliva kept her original DNA. So she was finally caught.
Wow. It's a pretty elaborate scam.
I don't know why I didn't think about asking for another DNA test.
You knew, Sonny. You knew the whole time, and we should have listened to you. The cops should have listened to you. Morgan should have listened to you. Oh, my God, Morgan. He didn't cheat on Kinky with Denise. He slept with her mother again.
Do I wish that my mother hadn't lied to all of us? Yeah, of course. But I understand why she did it. She knew that she was going to be arrested. She knew that your father was going to be after her. This was the only way she could see Avery. And that explains why Denise was so obsessed with her sister.
Stop calling her Denise. She's not Denise.
Okay, I don't understand. Why are you so angry? If anybody here should be angry, it's me.
What Ava did to me was way worse.
How is what she did to you worse?
Well, I wasn't there when the photo was taken, so I can only speculate. But I did leave to wash my hands, and then that's probably when Nina stumbled in and saw Silas there, and then Ava showed up and took a picture, and then Ava left before I could get back.
Is that what happened?
Absolutely. I found Nina there right after I had stabbed Silas, and I told Nina, you go back to Shady Brook, I'll stab you too, and then, that's pretty much it. So, go ahead, throw me in prison, and please let Nina go.
Lansing, how do you want to proceed?
Well, it's definitely a tricky situation.
A tricky situation, you bet it is, because if you drop the charges, your wife will be charged for murder. That's why you want my client guilty.
Mr. Baldwin, I've given you a lot of latitude here, but this is my courtroom, and you are skating perilously close to a contempt citation. I advise you let the DA speak.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying, on the one hand, I can't ignore the photographic evidence that links my wife to the crime. But on the other hand, I can't ignore Franco Baldwin's confession. So I think the most prudent course of action at this point would be to hold all three suspects, Franco Baldwin, Ava Jerome, and my wife in custody until the PCPD and my office can untangle this knot.
There's no knot to untangle. I said I did it. Let Nina go.
I am inclined to agree with the district attorney's decision. The defense's motion to dismiss the charge of murder is denied. Franco Baldwin will be returned to a holding cell pending further investigation and judicial action.
I thought that Morgan was attracted to Denise because she looked so much like Ava. Sonny, you don't think that Morgan knew all along, do you?
Morgan was struggling with his attraction to Denise. He was upset because, he cheated on Kiki. He was confused as hell.
That woman's evil.
Well,
even taking him to bed, she was lying to him. Morgan is going to be furious, and this is not good.
He's going to want to kill her with his bare hands.
I didn't mean Ava's lies. Or worse for me, because obviously she's not family. But I was in love with her once, and she deceived me like she deceived everybody else. So I can't see her right now.
She's my mom, so I have to see her. Are you gonna come with me?
I can.
Okay. And I will catch up with you later.
All right.
Excuse me, officers. As long as I'm in your custody, I believe my safety is your responsibility. This woman is clearly dangerously unstable.
You're unstable, Ava.
She's already tapped me once. I would like to be taken from her presence, please.
You know what, Mr. Earl? I'm going to tell you one time to shut your damn mouth. I'm going to have you transferred to county. You know what a mess the record system is? You could be locked up there for months before anyone knows where to find you. In fact, Valerie, would you do me a favor and pull that phone for me?
I'm on it. No, that won't be necessary.
Sure it isn't.
I'm going to take Nina down to a cell.
I didn't do this. You believe me?
I'm sorry.
I didn't do this.
I'm sorry,
She
but I
killed
have to follow the
Silas.
law.
She killed Silas. You're not going to make me pay for something that she did, right?
Sit. Get your paperwork.
You okay?
Yeah. Fine. Nathan's the one who just had to arrest his sister.
Yeah, you're booking the woman who murdered your cousin. If you need anything, let me know.
Yeah, I appreciate you opening up early so we could move all the equipment on board.
Anything I can do to help?
You mean that?
Yes. Why? What?
I was thinking about the notes you gave me, and I reworked the necktie scene between Marjorie and Declan without the necktie. I think it's finally clicking, but I would like to hear it out loud.
You want me to play the part of the girl you fell in love with who broke your heart?
Lean on you? Please, I don't lean on anyone, least of all you.
If you say so.
The only direction that Tracy Angelica Quartermain leans is in.
There's no one around, Tracy. At least no one that matters. Just a guy you hardly know and can barely stand. You don't need to lie. I know you miss Luke.
That's a complex situation and not one that you are even remotely qualified to comment on.
Broken relationships are complex and painful. Do you know why I left Jenny when I found out that she had cheated on me?
I don't know, Paul. Good sense.
I'd like to think I made the only choice I could. It doesn't make it hurt any less. It doesn't mean that we both still don't love them. Fine. Let me reframe what I'm saying. I'm not asking you to lean on me. I'm asking if we can lean on each other.
It would really help me out if we could read through the new scene.
Okay, you wanting to hear me read this isn't because you see me as Marjorie, right?
It's fiction, Lulu.
It's thinly veiled personal history. You're clearly Declan.
And I told you that you are not Marjorie. You can't write about something until you have some distance from it, until you know that it's no longer a part of your life. And I promise you, Lou, I always knew that you were not permanently out of my life. I knew we'd see each other again. So, take it from the top?
Sure.
Thanks. Valerie, I'm just processing Ava's return from the dead. I gotta find Lulu.
I think she's on the Haunted Star. Dylan's moving in some equipment tonight, and she was going with him. I'm supposed to meet him. You want to head over with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Keep an eye on that one.
You got it? Okay, on your feet.
Where are you taking me?
The commissioner wants you waiting for her in the interrogation room. She's got a lot of questions for you.
Oh, good. I have a few questions for her as well.
What?
That's what this whole shoulder to cry on act was about. You're trying to get me into bed.
I already got you into bed.
Exactly. And satisfied customers come back to the shop.
Customers?
Look, you know what I mean. Even if I was interested, I'm not ready to move on.
Well, quite frankly, neither am I. I wasn't trying to sleep with you tonight.
You weren't?
Tracy, I'm here to build a relationship with my son. And that means I'm going to be sticking around for a while. And it would be great if you and I could be allies this go-round.
Are we going to war?
You're a Quartermain. Isn't that your default setting? Friends, then.
How do we go about that?
Well, we have the house to ourselves. Why don't we start with dinner?
Sorry I'm late.
That's part of your charm.
Can't believe I forgot that.
My appreciation for the way you make an entrance.
How instead of being pissed when I'm late, you make it okay.
Well, you're here. It's a lot more than okay.
You know why I came, right?
To catch up?
I guess. And to say what was left unsaid.
Is this my fault? Is this something I did when I...
You weren't wrong to pursue your dreams. Sometimes I wish I had.
Well, it's not too late. You were going to travel the world, go everywhere, do everything.
Plans change.
This isn't you. This isn't anything you wanted. I mean, you were the wildest girl I ever knew. Absolutely fearless.
I grew up.
No. You stopped taking chances. Stop believing in yourself. But I still believe in you. That's why I came back. Get you back to yourself.
How are the movie makers doing?
Ava is a snake, and she deserves whatever she gets, but not from Morgan.
But that's not what I meant.
I mean, I don't want to think about him wanting to kill someone, even Ava. I mean, we still don't know who killed Silas Clay.
Actually, we do.
No touching.
No touching. You got it. No problem.
You came to see me. It means so much to me, Kiki. I need to hear you say that you didn't kill my father. You know what Silas meant to me? And do you understand all that he did for me over the last year? Yeah. You had cancer? Bone marrow transplant was my only chance. But there was no match on the donor registry. My dad thought Avery might be one. I didn't want to have Avery tested. Silas insisted that it was safe, but I refused to do anything that could put her at any risk at all. I thought that he had agreed with me. But you know Silas. He made up his own mind. So, my dad kidnapped Avery to save your life. And everybody thought Nina did it. Don't you see, sweetheart? That's why that lunatic killed your father.
You know that I didn't do it. I didn't kill Silas. You know that. Ava did it, not me. You know that, right?
No, you haven't left me any choice. There's evidence.
Well, there's evidence out there to prove that I'm innocent. Go find it. Find it. And then find the evidence that proves that Ava Jerome killed Silas, because that's what happened. And bring her to justice.
Do what I can.
Maybe being friends wasn't such a bad idea after all.
To the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Let's aim a little smaller. How about we drink to the one thing we will always have in common? Our son, Dylan.
I'll drink to that.
I missed you.
Yes, I would have been here sooner, but something came up at the station.
Understatement.
What's going on? Denise DiMuccio really is Ava Jerome. And she led us to Silas Clay's actual killer.
You all right?
I don't understand. Why'd you confess?
I didn't like the idea of people thinking that you killed him.
Yeah, but you're innocent. You didn't even show up to the apartment until Silas was dead.
My father kind of threw you under the bus, and I just want you to know that if I had known that was what he was going to do, I would never have let him defend me.
I'm glad he defended you, and I know that you didn't want to implicate me.
You do, you know that.
Just like I know that you believed in me when I said I was innocent.
Thank you. It's nice to have your support.
We're in this together. We're gonna get out of this together, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course we are.
I promise you, I did not kill your father.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did Denise do it?
Kiki, I'm so sorry that I had to lie to you. It broke my heart not to tell you the truth.
But you're telling the truth now?
Yes.
How am I supposed to believe that when you killed Connie Falconeri?
Silas was your father. I couldn't take him away from you. I would never do that to you. Please, tell me you believe me.
I believe you.
Thank you.
So, my father, he made it possible for you to pull off this Denise act?
You have to understand. Coming back here was a huge risk. I could have run. I could have made everyone believe I was dead. But the thought of being away from you and your sister, it destroyed me. I came back so I could be a part of your lives, even if I couldn't be me.
I missed you, Mom. I love you.
I love you. Very much. I promise you I will make this up to you. I don't think I'm the one that you should be worried about. What do you mean?
Morgan's almost more upset than I am.
So the only way to clear Franco was for Scott Baldwin to reveal that Denise was Ava. So Ava retaliated immediately, and she showed the court proof that Nina Clay was the one that killed Silas.
You had no idea that Denise was Ava?
You know what? I know now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do because Ava lied to me. And I betrayed Kiki because I thought that she was... I guess, it doesn't really matter who I thought she was because I'm the one who messed up and I'm the idiot. I made the mistake, so I just don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We're here, we're here. We're gonna get through this, right? We're gonna get through this.
General Hospital.
You knew Denise was Ava?
Nina swears that she didn't do it. I believe her.
What the hell is my daughter doing in your jail?
Together at last.
Why are you taking this so personally?
What goes around comes around. Around.